Hi folks, we're going to continue our discussion on things you can do from a standpoint of your running form or technique that should improve your running economy, how efficiently you run so that you can run a little bit faster with the exact same effort. If you haven't watched the other two videos on this, I would encourage you to watch those first. With that said, here we go. So the 5 elements we're talking about are postures, elbows and shoulders, foot plant, cadence, and relaxed. Today we're going to talk about elbows and shoulders, but first a friendly little reminder that when you see something and say, gee, I don't run that way, the question isn't how can I run that way, it's why don't I run that way? Because in most cases, although there's some things you just need to think about and start doing, a lot of times something is preventing you from doing things in the correct way, and you want to figure out what that is and try and correct it, and it'll be easier to run in a more economical fashion. So as we talk about elbows, we're going to talk about elbows, we're going to talk about your hands, we're going to talk about your shoulders, and we're going to talk about phones just briefly at the end. So elbows first. Your elbow should be at about a 90-degree bend. I don't think that's really news to anybody. And you should be driving them back. Now, you use your arms a lot when you are in running. In fact, maybe you've been in a track meet, you've heard people yelling out, use your arms, pump your arms. It's because those arms will help you drive. Now, you're not going to use your arms to drive a heck of a lot on a long, slow run, but when you're doing your tempo runs, your speed work, those arms are very important, and you really want to drive it back. So the way that you think about it is maybe you have somebody behind you that's just made a significant other, made a smart remark, and you kind of want to snap them in the back. That's kind of the jab that you want back. So you drive the elbows back, and they should go straight back. If they're going out like this, that's called chicken winging, but you really want your arm to be going straight back. So about a 90-degree bend, drive the elbow back when you're running a little bit faster. Should also be relaxed. So yeah, I'm on the hands right now. So your hands should be relaxed. The thing that they talk about is pretend that you're holding a baby bird or an egg or a hamster in your hands. You don't want your hands clenched. You just want a nice loose grip. Sometimes you'll see people even running like this. I don't necessarily like them flopping around, but you want a nice loose grip. I also made the comment on there, invisible. So in general, if you're looking up and out, you don't want to be looking down when you're running. You should be looking up and out. You really should only catch the barest glimpse of your hands in your peripheral vision. If you can really see your hands, you're probably overstriding because the length that your arm goes back and forward is what your legs are going to follow. But in general, if you've got the right stride, you'll barely kind of catch a glimpse of your hands. They should be largely invisible if you're looking up and out and have that right stride. Okay, next, I can't remember what we're talking about. So the shoulders, again, should be relaxed. And your shoulders need to be strong. So I made the comment there, in a marathon, you will easily use your shoulders, pump your arms 45,000 plus times. And if your shoulders aren't strong, they're going to give out, and you're not going to be able to use your arms to help propel you because, as I said, the arms are really important to runners. So what do I mean by relaxed? You'll see a lot of people, especially towards the end of the race when they're tired, their shoulders are hunched up. You're not running efficiently there. You're running stiff. You want your shoulders to be nice and relaxed. So shoulders should be down, not up. Strong. If you're not doing any exercises for your shoulders, I would encourage you to do so. Remember, 45,000 plus times. If you're a 6-hour marathon, it could be 60,000 times. So here's a quick, easy exercise that you could do for your shoulders while you're watching TV or maybe YouTube videos. Get your arms up. Probably need to step back. Get your arms up like you're holding a big beach ball and do big circles with that beach ball. Do maybe 10 rotations of the beach ball forward. I'm not counting right now. Do 10 the other way. When you're done with 10 the other way, get the beach ball going the other way, and just go back and forth like that. See how many sets you can do. Do it until your form breaks down and you get some exhaustion. Do a little bit of rest and maybe try that again. Takes just a few minutes, but that will really help work your shoulders and help you build some shoulder strength for those 45,000 times that you're going to be pumping your arms. I said I'd also talk about cell phones. Now, if you want to wear your cell phone on your arm, you certainly can. I don't like cell phones on the arm. And the reason I don't like that, especially cell phones nowadays, they're pretty big. They're 6-8 ounces. That's like a half a pound. So you strap a half a pound to your arm. it's very difficult to not have that affect your arm movement in some fashion. So watch other people with the phones on their arms, and you're going to see that it does tend to make an adjustment. And those adjustments usually are going to lead to not an economical way to run, or even worse, perhaps some type of an injury. Now, I'm not saying don't carry the phone on the run. I'm more of a fan of wearing it on a flip belt, or there's many other types of ways that you can wear it. I just don't like to see things on the arms, but that's a personal preference. Anyway, kind of going back to the beginning, your elbows, shoulders, hands, all those things are very important to your running. So think about that. And if you're not getting quite the right things with your arm, don't think about how can I do that. Think about why aren't I doing that?